I want to just pursue something very quickly here that you mentioned here. You said they've been getting away with this for a long time, and I think a lot of us have known that there have been things wrong, but maybe have not been able to do all the research or put all the pieces together. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm not, take this in the spirit it's intended. I am glad at times that there are people like you that they're doing this to, because you possess the research skills, you possess the smarts, you possess the expertise, you can show the fraudulent nature of it. So I mean, I think, this is my perspective, I look at people like you and I'm 100% behind you, because sometimes from my perspective, I say that God has to put certain people in these positions to suffer because they are the ones that can correct it for others. So that's my perspective, but I'll let you continue on.
Well, I think you're right. I think it's easy to demonize the individual and call them crazy or a bother, things like that, because that way they can focus on that instead of focusing on really what the malice is that's going on, or the total neglectful disregard for the well-being of the child.
Right.
You know, whatever the role is of a psychologist or a psychiatrist, the main issue, the dedication is not to do harm. And Alissa Sherry's recommendations cause harm. And it's a danger to the public welfare. The main premise is you don't do harm, and child custody evaluations and decisions can be done in such a way that it promotes the relationship for the child between the parents. It's not to be geared where there's an opinion that's based on bias and preconceived notions and personal issues from development, in which one person thinks that, well, one person should behave in a certain way before they can get their child. That's not a valid reason, and a child ends up being used as a pawn, a leverage device, like an instrument, an inanimate object. And it's totally inappropriate, and it's totally harmful. So I think what's going on for a while is that there's been this ability to kind of pull the wool over the judge's eyes, and because it's not their field of expertise,
right?
You know, just woozle them, as Linda Nielsen in her research used the term woozle them. But it also fits the mantra, the ongoing mantra of you know, preventing maximized parenting in the state of Texas, which we know major lobby group is against, and the family law attorneys are totally against. And so you have this common mantra that's being advertised, this collaboration. So you have this private entity collaborating with these state actors to deprive children of their parents equally.
Wow.
And so there's not only that, but there's violations of other state statutes and federal statutes. And even the federal magistrate judge made a reference to Alissa Sherry's report, which hasn't been properly scrutinized at all, and it was inappropriate that that reference was made, because our federal case is not about specific issues of my case, but global issues in terms of deprivation of rights that the state of Texas has been carrying out for a long time.
Gotcha. So let me ask you.